Rockin' Chaitin will come out of 2. Hell of a Band from 3. Road to Vegas for Ray Walker's about to take up its posse. Better's Power will start from the outside of the front line to be driven further back. All right, all in. We're running 2,147 metres to the judge and 2. Southern Central Engineering pace, and they're on their way. And Markulu Frankie began okay, and so too did Rockin' Chaitin. Next out was Hell of a Band, who's in 3rd posse after the starter. They were followed over on the inside by Malicious Fella, then Eddie's Mater. Road to Vegas is trapped just a little bit deep on that bottom corner. Kero Bobcan was the next one. Better's Power's gone well back, and Last Banker is going to settle back at the tail of the field. So on settling down, and by the 1700, Rockin' Chaitin in front. But on the outside, Markulu Frankie is keen to take it on, and it's going to run to the lead now at the 1600. Markulu Frankie goes to the lead from Rockin' Chaitin and then Malicious Fella. Road to Vegas is next on the outside, and Hell of a Band's jumped onto his backer. They were followed by Eddie's Mate from Kero Boken. Next on the inside, then well back was Last Banker, and Better's Power's back at the tail of the field. The lead time was 38.4 as they head to the backer, and Markulu Frankie is bowling along out in front. Leads clearly. Running second on the outside. Moving up stylishly now was Kero Bokan. Either 1200, then Rockin' Chaitin. They were followed further back on the inside by Malicious Fella. Road to Vegas, he's outside. Hell of a Band's got well back in the race, worse than midfield now. They were followed then by Eddie's Mate. The next one then was Better's Power, who's back second last the favour, and Last Banks at the tail of the field. They covered the first quarter in 31.8, and they come inside the 900, and Markulu Frankie, the leader at the half mile. The Kero Boken on the outside's going up to apply the pressure. On the inside, Rockin' Chaitin has a nice run. They were followed then by Road to Vegas. Malicious Fellas underneath him. The next one then was Hell of a Band. On the outside, Better's Power starting to improve from Eddie's Mate, and Last Bank last of all. Inside the 600, second quarter they quickened to 29.4, and going down the back, Markulu Frankie still narrowly from Kero Boken on the outside. The next one then on the inside, or the outside going forward now, was Better's Power. It's been tailed up by Hell of a Band around the outside of Road to Vegas, and further back then Rockin' Chaitin. They were followed well back in the field then by Last Bank, and Eddie's Mates back at the tail. Markulu Frankie's running on empty. Going to him and going past him on the outside was Better's Power. Hell of a Band's been driven patiently by Grant Forrest, starting to whip around the outside. Better's Power straightened up in front. On the outside, Hell of a Band out after him now. Better's Power, Hell of a Band. Hell of a Band's going home a little the better, and Hell of a Band has beaten Better's Power. Third goes to Markulu Frankie. The next one in was Malicious Fella, then Road to Vegas. Next was Kero Bobcan. Further back in the race, Eddie's Mater, Rockin' Chaitin, and Last Banks back up at the tail enders.